There are moments when silence feels heavy, when the phone doesn't ring, and even your own breath sounds too loud. In those moments, loneliness whispers stories that are not true. It says, "No one cares, you don't matter, you are forgotten." But love has not left you, it is simply waiting for you to remember it. Sometimes you think you're alone because no one is beside you. But being alone is not the same as being unloved. The truth is, you are surrounded by life itself, the heartbeat of existence pulsing quietly through everything. The same force that makes the sun rise beats inside your chest. There is nothing wrong with needing comfort. There is nothing weak about longing for warmth. Every soul was born with a hunger for connection. It is how life recognizes itself. When you feel lonely, what you truly miss is your own love. You've been looking for it in others, but it has always been within. Imagine this. You wake in the morning, and instead of emptiness, there's calm. You look around and realize nothing outside has changed, yet something inside has softened. The silence no longer hurts, it feels sacred. That is the dream outcome of this message, peace in your own company. Now imagine the opposite, another day scrolling through faces, searching for proof that you matter. Another night staring at the ceiling, replaying old conversations. The mind whispers, "Maybe I'm hard to love." That is the nightmare. Loneliness builds when you mistake solitude for rejection. Sometimes the loneliest place is inside a crowd, surrounded by people yet unseen, smiling through the ache, pretending everything is fine. But healing begins when you stop pretending. When you whisper, even through tears, "I deserve to feel loved again." That is the turning point. You might think, "But no one is here to love me." My dear, that isn't true. The universe never withdraws its affection. We only close the door with fearful thoughts. Open it again by saying, "I am loved." Even if you don't feel it yet, say it. Feelings follow faith. Consider what happens when you keep believing the lie of isolation. You shrink. You dim your light to avoid rejection. You hold back your truth because you fear being left. Every time you do, you teach the world how to forget you. The longer you wait, the further you drift from yourself. But the healing path is gentle. You don't need to chase people or prove your worth. You only need to reconnect to the love that breathes you. Every inhale says you belong. Every heartbeat says you are still connected. Love has been speaking. It only waits for you to listen. There is a reason you feel the ache. It is love's echo calling you home. Loneliness is not absence. It is direction. It is life showing you where attention must return. It doesn't mean you are unloved. It means you are ready to love yourself more deeply. Think of your timeline. In the past, love meant conditions you had to earn it. In the present, you are learning that love needs no permission. And in the future, if you keep listening to these words, you will discover that love never truly leaves. It only changes form. Tonight, when you feel the ache of emptiness, pause. Place your hand on your heart. Feel that rhythm beneath your palm. It's proof that you are never alone. Life itself is loving you, heartbeat after heart. You have never been abandoned, only unaware of the company you keep. Remember this, love is not just between people, it is between you and life. Every act of kindness you show yourself strengthens that bond. Every time you say, "I am loved," your cells light up with recognition. The body remembers long before the mind does. Forgive yourself for all the times you begged for love from those who couldn't give it. They were only mirrors reflecting your own disbelief. You do not need to chase love anymore. You are the source. You were born from it, and you can never run out. Sometimes the path back to love begins with silence. No messages, no replies, just you and your thoughts. But silence is not punishment, it's preparation. It gives you space to hear the truth again. You are loved. You always were. Notice how your body softens when you accept that thought. Shoulders relax, breath deepens, the heart warms. That is not imagination, that is energy reorganizing around truth. Healing is never dramatic. It's the slow remembering of what has always been true. You will not always feel this lonely. The day will come when solitude feels peaceful, when being alone feels full instead of empty. You will drink your morning tea and smile, realizing that the love you craved was never outside you. It was waiting in your awareness. Every time you speak kindly to yourself, the world echoes back. Friends appear. Opportunities unfold. You attract people who match your softness, not your fear. Life mirrors your inner tone. When you love yourself, the universe responds with "me too." So tonight, instead of asking, "Why am I alone?" ask, "What is love trying to teach me now?" The answer is always the same, that you are already worthy, already chosen, already enough. Close your eyes and whisper, "I am loved even here. I am loved even now. I am loved even when I forget." Let the words sink deep. They are not affirmations of hope, they are declarations of truth. If tears come, let them. Every tear is loneliness leaving. Every sigh is your spirit expanding again. You are not breaking down, you are breaking open. You have spent enough time trying to earn love. From this moment forward, begin to receive it. In the silence, in the sunlight, in the breath you're taking right now, love surrounds you. It has been waiting patiently for your permission to enter again. Say this when you feel alone. I am loved, I am safe, I am whole. Repeat it until the words stop feeling strange and start feeling sacred. And one morning you will wake up and realize you no longer feel lonely because you have remembered the truth. You were never alone, you were always loved, and you still are. There are seasons in life when the silence around us seems to echo. We listen for a voice, a footstep, some sign that we have not been left behind. In those quiet hours, the mind begins to weave stories of rejection, of being unseen. Yet loneliness is not evidence of absence. It is the soul's whisper calling us inward. Loneliness feels heavy because it asks for our attention. It is not a punishment, it is a messenger. It says, "You have been giving everything outward. Come home now." Beneath its ache lies longing, and beneath longing lies love, love waiting patiently to be acknowledged again. Many confuse being alone with being unloved, but the two are not the same. Being alone is a circumstance. Being unloved is a thought. Life's affection has not left you it. Breathes through your lungs, it beats within your chest. The same force that turns night into morning is loving you in this very breath. We often learn the language of loneliness early. A child reaches out and is not met, and so she decides, "I am unworthy of attention." That small thought grows into a lifetime of searching. Yet the moment we notice that pattern, we are no longer trapped in it. Awareness is the beginning of freedom. The mind builds elaborate tales to explain its ache. It says, "No one needs me. No one understands." But these are only echoes of forgotten love. They are memories, not prophecies. When you stop believing them, they fade like mist in sunlight. What remains beneath them is tenderness, your true nature. Physical absence is never spiritual separation. You may look around and see no one beside you, yet life surrounds you completely. Listen closely. In the hum of the refrigerator, in the rhythm of rain, in the sound of your own breath, life is saying, "I am here." You have never been abandoned. We forget that love is not a possession to be kept. It is a current to be felt. It moves through the quiet as surely as through laughter. It never withholds itself. Only our fearful thoughts close the door. When we stop guarding against imagined rejection, love flows in again, as naturally as air entering an open window. Even in solitude, you are never truly alone. You are accompanied by the intelligence that sustains every heartbeat. You are surrounded by the invisible companionship of life itself. When the mind grows still, you can feel it, the quiet presence that asks nothing, forgives everything, and simply loves. If you listen carefully beneath the ache of loneliness, you will hear its hidden invitation. Come home to yourself. Loneliness does not mean something is missing. It means something within you longs to be seen by you. It waits not for another's attention, but for your own acceptance. When we stop running from loneliness, it softens. It becomes less a wall and more a doorway. Through it, we enter a deeper communion with our own heart. We begin to understand that the love we have been seeking is not elsewhere, it has always been here, breathing quietly beneath every thought. Awareness is the first act of healing. To notice the ache, to name it without judgment, is to open a window in a dark room. The light does not need to be forced. It rushes in the moment we make space for it. Loneliness loses power when it is met with compassion rather than fear. As you sit in stillness, feel the pulse beneath your hand. That rhythm has never failed you. Each beat is life saying, I am with you. You may not see the arms that hold you, but you can feel their warmth. Love is not gone, it is simply quieter than the thoughts that drown it. Loneliness wants to be witnessed, not solved. When you say softly, I see you and I love you, something within relaxes. You stop being two, one judging, one yearning, and become whole again. The ache subsides because it has been heard. Love always responds to recognition. Think of the sky when the clouds gather. The sun seems gone, yet it has only been hidden. In the same way, love is never absent, it is merely veiled by passing moods. When you remember this, the clouds of loneliness begin to part, revealing the steady light that was there all along. I have known solitude that felt endless, but I have also known the moment it transformed, the moment I realized that the silence around me was not empty but full. Full of peace, full of possibility, full of my own company. That was when loneliness turned into serenity. To feel alone is human. To stay alone in spirit is a choice we can release. Each time you turn your thoughts from fear to kindness, from longing to gratitude, the distance between you and love disappears. You cannot lose what is within you. You can only forget and then remember. Life never withdraws affection. It cannot. It is made of love. Every breath you take proves that the universe still believes in you. Even now, it feeds you, clothes you in air, surrounds you with beauty waiting to be noticed. The moment you open your eyes to this, you begin to feel connected again. Let the stillness around you be your companion tonight. Do not fight it. Sit quietly and listen. The silence is not judging you, it is holding you. Let it cradle you like soft arms. Let it remind you that you are safe, you are wanted, you are part of everything that lives. And as we end this first reflection, remember this simple truth. You have never been abandoned. The love that formed you has never left. It lives in the rhythm of your breath, in the steady beat beneath your hand, in the quiet warmth that answers when you whisper, I am still here. Every healing begins with a single thought. It does not need to be grand, it only needs to be sincere. When the heart is weary and the mind has forgotten its beauty, one sentence can begin to lift the weight. I am loved. It may sound simple, yet those 3 words hold enough power to rebuild a life. When I first said them, they felt foreign. My mind argued, listing every reason they could not be true. But something deeper, something beneath the noise whispered, say them anyway. So I did. I repeated, I am loved, as though my life depended on it. And slowly, it began to feel less like hope and more like remembering. This thought is not a fantasy. It is a statement of truth that your heart has always known. You were loved before you spoke your first word. You were loved before you achieved, before you disappointed, before you even understood what love meant. The universe does not wait for your perfection. It loves you because that is its nature. Each repetition of I am loved sends new instructions through the body. The shoulders, once tense with self-doubt, begin to soften. The breath deepens. The heart, long guarded, begins to trust again. You can feel the energy change. The cells themselves seem to sigh with relief. Every part of you recognizes the language of truth. It is not necessary that you believe it at first. Belief grows through practice, not argument. Speak the words as a seed is planted, in faith, in patience, in quiet expectation. You do not demand the seed to sprout overnight. You water it, trusting that life knows its timing. The same law governs healing thought. A woman once told me she began saying, I am loved in the mirror every morning. The first week she cried each time. The second week she could meet her own eyes. The third week she smiled. Something in me, she said, finally believed me. The mirror did not change. Her mind did. The words opened a forgotten door. Our words create the atmosphere in which we live. Each phrase we repeat becomes the air the body breathes. Harsh words poison, kind words purify. When you say, I am loved, you are cleansing the air of your inner world. You are creating a climate where peace can grow. The body flourishes under such gentle weather. Love is not something we must earn. It is what we are. It is the current that sustains life, the breath behind every breath. When we affirm love, we align ourselves with that current. We stop swimming against it. We begin to feel carried by it, supported by it, surrounded by it on all sides. Many who feel unloved are not lacking love. They are refusing it unconsciously. They hold old beliefs that say, I am undeserving. Each repetition of I am loved loosens those knots. It tells the mind a new story until the old one fades from disuse. In time, love becomes the only language the heart understands. The mind often asks for proof before it will believe, yet love is its own proof. Look around you. The air that sustains you, the warmth of sunlight, the quiet rhythm of your heart, these are all forms of love in expression. They do not question your worth, they simply give. That is how love operates freely, endlessly, naturally. Begin today with a small ritual. Stand before a mirror and look gently into your own eyes. Say aloud, you are loved and I am listening. You may tremble, you may laugh, you may feel nothing at all. That is all right. Keep saying it. The mind hears every word. One day it will answer back, yes, I know, love always listens. It is never deaf to sincerity. Each time you speak kindly to yourself, you are sending out a call and life answers. Perhaps through a sudden comfort, a kind stranger, a peaceful night's sleep. These are not coincidences, they are reflections of your thought returning home to you. I once believed that to say I am loved was selfish. Now I see it as the foundation of every kindness. When I know love within, I have love to give. I can comfort others without depletion because I draw from an endless well. The most generous people are those who have learned to receive love freely. Love is both giver and gift. It cannot be hoarded, it must circulate. The moment you declare I am loved, you join that circulation. You become a participant in the flow that moves through all hearts. The more you acknowledge it, the stronger it grows. Love expands wherever it is welcomed. At first, the old mind may resist. It may say, "No one has ever said those words to me." That may be true in sound, but not in spirit. Life has been saying them through every sunrise, every meal that nourished you, every breath that came unbidden. You have been loved all along. You simply mistook silence for absence. Even when others could not love you as you deserved, life continued to do so. It kept you breathing, guided you through lessons, and led you to this very moment where you can finally remember the truth. Every pain you have endured was life's way of steering you back to your own heart. Do not rush the process. Love unfolds like dawn, softly, inevitably, at its own pace. Some mornings it arrives in warmth, others in gentle mist, but it always comes. The practice is not to force the light, but to open the curtains. The thought, "I am loved," is the hand that draws them back. The body delights in hearing words of love. It has waited years for them. Each cell carries memory of neglect, of stress, of self-rejection. When you speak kindly, those memories begin to dissolve. You are teaching the body a new story, one that says, "You are safe now. You are cared for." A man once shared with me that after months of repeating "I am loved," his chronic pain began to ease. "It felt," he said, "as if my body finally forgave me." That is what love does. It reconciles what was divided. It brings the mind and body back into partnership. Forgiveness is love's natural expression. The power of "I am loved" lies in its simplicity. Complex ideas confuse the mind. Simple truths liberate it. The heart understands these words immediately because they match its essence. Each repetition reminds it of what it has never forgotten. The mind is only catching up to what the heart already knows. Say the words whenever you feel lonely. Say them when you wake and when you lie down. Whisper them as you walk, as you breathe, as you think. Let them become as constant as your pulse. Love does not tire of being acknowledged. It grows more radiant each time it is spoken. Even if tears come, let them. Every tear is resistance melting. Every sigh is the heart expanding. Do not hold back emotion. It is the language of release. You are washing away years of false belief. What remains beneath is the simple clarity of truth. You have always been loved. Soon you will notice how life begins to mirror your new thought. The right people appear, not because they bring love, but because they recognize the love already shining in you. The world always reflects the tone of our inner conversation. Speak love inwardly, and the universe echoes it back. Repeat the thought now, "I am loved." Say it slowly. Feel it vibrate in the chest, in the throat, in the quiet of your mind. Let it travel like a blessing through every corner of you. If you listen closely, you will hear life answering, "Yes, my dear, you are." By living this single thought with sincerity, joy begins to return. The ache softens. The silence becomes friendly. You begin to sense the invisible company that has been with you all along. You realize love was never missing. It was only waiting for you to remember its name. So when loneliness visits again, as it sometimes will, greet it with gentleness. Say, "Thank you for reminding me to love myself once more." Then whisper the words that heal every distance. "I am loved even now. I am loved even here. I am loved always." Let this truth settle deep within you. Love is not far away. It is your very breath. It lives in the rhythm of your being, steady, eternal, unwavering. Every repetition of "I am loved" strengthens that remembrance until it becomes the quiet foundation of your life. And as this part closes, feel this affirmation echo softly through you, like a song you once knew by heart. I am loved. I am safe. I am home. You are not learning something new. You are remembering something timeless. Love has never left. You are simply opening the door again. There comes a time when the only thing left to do is sit quietly and be with yourself. No distractions, no audience, no mask, just you. For many, that moment feels unbearable at first. We fear what we might find in the silence. Yet the silence is not empty. It is filled with truth waiting to be heard. Loneliness transforms the moment we stop calling it that. When we cease labeling it as absence and instead recognize it as space, everything softens. The ache becomes invitation, the stillness becomes safety. What once felt like desert begins to feel like sanctuary. The place we dreaded becomes the place we heal. Being at home with yourself is not learned overnight. It begins with small acts of gentleness, the way you greet your reflection, the tone you use when you speak inwardly. Most people speak to themselves with words they would never say to another. Begin by changing that. Let kindness be the language of your inner house. When you whisper, "I enjoy my own company," you are not pretending satisfaction. You are declaring possibility. You are telling the heart it can rest within itself. This sentence, repeated often, rearranges the inner world. Slowly the tension fades and your own presence becomes a friend rather than a stranger. The mind once believed that comfort must come from others. It looked outward for affirmation. But love cannot be imported. It must arise from within. Others can remind you, yes, but they cannot supply what you deny yourself. When you learn to give yourself approval, loneliness loses its meaning. Begin noticing the ways you already care for yourself without realizing it. The meals you prepare, the rest you take, the tears you allow. These are not trivial. They are acts of devotion. Every moment you honor your own needs, you say to life, "I matter." The soul responds gratefully to such recognition. When you sit in silence, observe the sensations within. Feel the air entering your lungs. Hear the rhythm of your breath. Notice how the body sustains you without request. This awareness transforms solitude into communion. You are not sitting alone. You are sitting with life itself, participating in its gentle miracle. I once feared evenings by myself. The quiet felt sharp, the hours long. But one night, I placed my hand on my heart and said, "We are together, you and I." I felt warmth spread through me. I realized I had never truly been alone, only unaware of the companionship within. Since then, my own presence has felt like home. Solitude becomes sacred when we meet it with love. The heart longs for rest as much as it longs for company. When we cease filling every silence with noise, we begin to hear the steady hum of life that has been with us all along. Peace arises not from activity, but from awareness. You can practice this anywhere, while walking, while washing dishes, while waiting in line. Simply return to the thought, "I am safe in my own company." Let it become a rhythm that accompanies your breath. Soon you will notice that the moments you once filled with worry now fill you with ease. The body itself is evidence that life loves you. It beats, repairs, digests, and breathes even when you forget to ask it to. Each heartbeat is a gesture of affection from life to you. When you thank your body for its constancy, you strengthen your bond with existence. Gratitude is the quiet bridge between self and life. To live comfortably within yourself, you must forgive your own humanity. You will not always be cheerful, tidy, or wise. You will forget what you know and remember it again. This is not failure, it is rhythm. The tides withdraw and return. So does your peace. Trust that it will always find its way back. When you approve of yourself, you become whole. Approval is love's permission slip. Without it, Every compliment bounces off. Every act of kindness feels temporary. When you say, "I approve of myself," you anchor love within you. It ceases to depend on who stays or who leaves. It becomes your permanent address. There is a softness that arrives when you finally stop fighting your own nature. You realize you were never too much or too little. You were simply waiting to be accepted by the one who matters most, yourself. From that acceptance, peace blossoms effortlessly. People often ask, "But won't I become lonely if I stop needing others?" The opposite happens. When you no longer seek love as rescue, your presence becomes magnetic. Others are drawn to your calm, not because you need them, but because your peace reminds them of their own. True companionship arises from inner sufficiency. The heart does not crave company as much as it craves harmony. You can be surrounded by people and feel isolated if you are at odds with yourself. Likewise, you can sit alone and feel deeply connected when you are in harmony with your own being. Peace begins within, then radiates outward naturally. Spend time each day in conversation with yourself. Ask gently, "How are you feeling, my dear?" Listen for the answer without judgment. Some days it will say, "I'm tired." Others, "I'm content." By listening, you build trust. The self learns that it is safe to be honest, that safety is love in its purest form. The more you practice this, the quieter the inner critic becomes. Its sharp words lose authority when met with compassion. You realize it was never the enemy, it was a frightened protector trying to keep you safe. Thank it, reassure it, and remind it that love now leads the way. In this relationship with yourself, everything transforms. Tasks once dull become rituals of care. Washing your face becomes an act of tenderness. Cooking becomes nourishment shared between soul and body. Even breathing feels sacred, for you are no longer at war with the one who breathes. The outer world mirrors this newfound friendship. People begin to treat you with the same gentleness you offer yourself. Opportunities flow with less struggle because your energy no longer resists. When you feel safe inside, life feels safe outside. You become the harmony you once sought. I invite you now to pause, place a hand over your heart, feel its rhythm, steady and loyal. Whisper, "Thank you for staying." That sentence alone can heal years of neglect. Your heart has loved you through every doubt. Let it hear your gratitude. This is how self-companionship deepens through small moments of sincerity. It is impossible to feel unloved when you love the self that feels. The loneliness that once frightened you becomes tenderness. You begin to see your reflection not as an image, but as a presence alive, kind, forgiving. The eyes looking back at you are not demanding anything, they are welcoming you home. When you rest peacefully in your own company, you no longer fear silence, you seek it. It becomes your teacher, your comfort, your prayer. From this peace, every relationship improves. You approach others not from need, but from fullness. Love shared from abundance never depletes, it multiplies. So tonight, when the world grows quiet, do not fill the air with distractions. Sit with yourself as you would with a dear friend. Light a candle if you wish. Breathe softly and say, "I am here with you," and that is enough. Let that be your lullaby, your peace, your truth. This is what it means to be at home within yourself, to know that wherever you are, love is also. You are not waiting for the right person or place to make you whole. You are whole now, complete in your own presence. The world outside will adjust to reflect that wholeness. Let this part close with a simple affirmation, spoken with quiet reverence. I am safe in my own company. I am loved by life. I am enough. Repeat it until it becomes your heartbeat song. For when you feel at home within yourself, you are never truly alone. You are always in the company of love. Once we have found peace within ourselves, a new realization begins to dawn, one that fills the heart with quiet wonder. We begin to see that love is not confined to the boundaries of our own skin. It is everywhere, moving through all things, breathing through every particle of existence. Life is not something happening to us, it is something happening through us. The same intelligence that causes the trees to bloom and the tides to rise is at work in every heartbeat. When we recognize this, the world no longer feels cold or distant. It becomes intimate, familiar, alive with companionship. Love is not limited to human affection. It hums in the wings of a bird, in the curve of a leaf, in the glow of morning light. It reveals itself in small gestures, the neighbor's smile, the laughter of a child, the warmth of sunlight on your hands. Each is life whispering, "You belong to me, and I belong to you." When loneliness once said, "You are forgotten," life responds in 1,000 subtle ways. You are remembered. The breeze on your cheek, the cat curling beside you, the comfort of a warm drink, these are not accidents. They are love's language translated into sensation. The world is always speaking to us. The question is not whether life communicates, but whether we are listening. When the mind quiets, the conversation becomes clear. The silence that once felt heavy now sings. You begin to feel woven into a grand fabric where nothing is separate, nothing is alone. I often tell my students, life loves you, it has always loved you. Every morning the sun rises, not to demand, but to offer. It pours light without discrimination, giving equally to the joyful and the grieving. That is how love behaves freely, abundantly, without condition. When you begin to notice these small miracles, gratitude arises naturally. Gratitude is the doorway to connection. Every time you say thank you, you align yourself with the rhythm of giving and receiving that governs all creation. Gratitude transforms the ordinary into the sacred. Start today. When you wake, whisper, "Thank you for this breath." As you eat, say, "Thank you for this nourishment." As you rest, murmur, "Thank you for this peace." Each acknowledgement draws you closer to life. Love thrives where appreciation lives. You are never apart from the source of life. You are made of it. Every breath you take is borrowed from the same air the trees exhale. Every heartbeat is a drum echoing the rhythm of the universe. When you truly feel this, the illusion of separation dissolves and awe takes its place. Blessing is gratitude expressed outwardly. When you bless your home, it feels warmer. When you bless your body, it responds with health. When you bless another person, they feel safer near you. Blessing is the act of remembering that divine energy flows through everything we touch. Try this simple practice. As you move through your day, silently bless what you see. Bless the people you pass, the objects you use, even the challenges that test you. Whisper inwardly, "I bless you with peace." You will feel the vibration shift around you. Love expands through recognition. Life is generous, but it mirrors our trust. When we close ourselves in fear, life seems distant. When we open in faith, life rushes in to meet us. The universe is a constant giver. It only waits for our willingness to receive. Trust is the open hand that allows blessings to land. Sometimes we think we must fix the world before we can love it. But the world does not ask for perfection, it asks for presence. When you walk outside and truly see the sky, the trees, the people around you, love awakens naturally. You cannot help but care for what you feel connected to. Even challenges are forms of connection. They remind us that growth is life's way of keeping us alive. A seed must break open to sprout, so must we. Each difficulty holds a lesson in disguise, an opportunity to expand the heart's capacity for understanding. Love uses everything for our awakening. When we forget this, we fall back into fear. We think life is against us, but life is never the enemy. It is the teacher. Every setback, every silence, every ending is a chapter in the same book of love. The story may change tone, but the theme remains constant growth through awareness. The more we love life, the more life reveals its love for us. It meets us at our level of trust. When we approach with suspicion, it hides. When we approach with wonder, it unfolds. Love and life are partners in a dance that never ends. The rhythm is always there. We simply learn to move with it. I have often found that those who feel most disconnected are actually those whose hearts are most open. They simply forgot how to interpret language of life. Sensitivity is not a curse. It is the ability to feel the pulse of existence. When guided by love, that sensitivity becomes your greatest gift. Notice how everything around you participates in this living harmony. The air you exhale feeds the trees. Their breath returns to sustain you. The rain falls, the rivers flow, the earth blooms, all parts of a single conversation. To love life is to join that dialogue consciously. Let the day itself be your prayer. Each step can say thank you. Each glance can bless. Each heartbeat can praise. You need not withdraw from the world to find peace. You only need to see the sacredness within the world you already inhabit. Every moment, every breath is holy ground. Trust is love's mature form. It is the willingness to rest in life's arms even when you cannot see where it carries you. When you trust, you stop demanding proof. You know that life, like a wise parent, often teaches through seeming delays and detours. You are guided even when you feel lost. You belong to the great circle of existence. Nothing in nature doubts its place. The bird does not question its right to sing. The flower does not apologize for blooming. You too are part of this perfection. When you accept this, you align yourself with the same serenity that fills the natural world. If you ever doubt this connection, go outside and let the wind touch your face. Let sunlight rest on your hands. Feel the steady earth beneath your feet. These are not coincidences. They are love's reminders. Life never stops embracing you. It is your awareness that occasionally steps aside. The mind may ask, how do I stay connected when pain arises? The answer is compassion. Compassion keeps the thread unbroken. It says, even in sorrow, I am part of life. Pain is not the absence of love. It is the signal that love wants to reach a deeper place. Through compassion, every wound becomes an opening. Begin to see every person as a mirror of life's love for you. The kind ones show you how love feels. The difficult ones show you how love grows. Both are teachers. Both guide you toward expansion. When you bless even those who challenge you, you declare that nothing can separate you from peace. As your awareness of life's presence deepens, a gentle joy arises. It is not excitement, it is contentment. It is the quiet knowing that you are part of something vast and benevolent. You no longer chase meaning, you live it. You no longer demand proof, you are it. Let gratitude be your constant companion. Whisper thanks for the unseen forces that guide you, for the protection you did not notice, for the small beauties that sustain you. Each expression of thanks strengthens the golden thread between you and life. Gratitude keeps the channel open. The more you connect, the more you realize that everything has purpose. The stranger who smiles at you, the delay that saves you, the detour that brings new insight, all are parts of a choreography too wise for the mind to plan. When you trust life's design, peace replaces anxiety. So let us end this part with a simple prayer of connection. Life, I see you everywhere. I feel your love in the smallest things. I trust your rhythm even when I do not understand it. I bless you for guiding me home. Speak it not as plea, but as recognition. You are already home in the arms of life itself. There comes a moment when the search ends. You stop looking for love as if it were something lost, and realize it was here all along, woven through every breath, resting quietly in your chest. You exhale, and the world feels different, though nothing outside has changed. This is the peace of remembering. Loneliness, once your teacher, bows and steps aside. In its place stands calm assurance. You no longer ask, "Am I loved?" You know. You feel it in the warmth behind your ribs, in the way your breath moves with ease, in the silence that no longer hurts. You are finally at home in your own heart. The heart expands when it stops begging to be filled and begins to overflow. True love is not acquired, it is revealed. The moment you cease demanding it from others, it flows from within. You become a fountain, not a beggar. And the world, drawn to your peace, begins to reflect it everywhere you turn. Every sorrow you have ever felt had a purpose to bring you back to this truth. The pain that once seemed cruel was a compass pointing home. Every goodbye, every disappointment was life saying, "Look inward, my dear. There is more love waiting inside you than you have yet imagined." You now see that nothing was wasted. The heartache, the loneliness, the longing, all of it softened you, made you porous enough for grace to enter. The cracks you tried so hard to hide are now windows for light. What you once called brokenness is only openness in disguise. Peace does not come from company, it comes from harmony. When your thoughts, feelings, and spirit are aligned in love, you could sit alone in a quiet room and feel surrounded by presence. The world outside may fluctuate, but your inner world remains steady, radiant, whole. I have watched people transform the moment they decided to live as if they were loved already. Their faces relaxed, their voices softened, their choices grew kinder. They stopped performing and began being. Love makes everything natural. It erases the need for pretense. Forgiveness is the final act of self-love. It is saying, "I release the past for good." Forgiveness clears the air so love can breathe again. Forgive the ones who left, for they only reflected your temporary forgetting. Forgive yourself for believing you were unworthy. Both were illusions. Both have served their purpose. When you forgive, you do not erase memory, you erase resentment. You look at your story with new eyes and say, "It all brought me here, and here is a holy place." Here, you stand in the light of understanding. You no longer demand closure. You offer blessing. The more love you remember, the less you seek control. You trust life's unfolding because you see its order. Every person enters and exits at the perfect moment. Every delay hides a protection. Every ending holds the seed of new beginning. You no longer fight the rhythm, you move with it. Love is not fragile, it is eternal. It does not depend on circumstance, it depends on recognition. When you acknowledge love as the foundation of all that is, fear dissolves. You can walk through uncertainty and still feel safe because you know you are walking inside love, never apart from it. To live loved is to live awake. You notice the divine in the mundane, the way light falls across the floor, the way laughter rises unexpectedly, the way the body sighs in gratitude for rest. Life becomes a conversation, and every word it speaks says, "You are loved." As this awareness deepens, your relationships change. You no longer cling or chase. You give freely because you trust the abundance within. Love no longer feels like a transaction. It becomes your nature. You realize you were never meant to find love. You were meant to remember that you are love. Those who meet you now will feel peace in your presence. They may not know why, but something in them will recognize truth. Your calm becomes a blessing they carry away. When you live loved, you bless the world without effort. Love, once internal, becomes atmospheric. Divine order governs all things. The same wisdom that moves the stars moves your heart. When you align with that wisdom, your steps are guided, your choices flow, and even challenges become sacred teachers. There is no longer good or bad, only experience helping you remember. The quiet joy that follows this realization cannot be shaken. It does not depend on outcomes. It simply is. You can lose what you own and still feel rich because love is your wealth. You can stand in change and feel steady because love is your ground. You can face endings and still smile because love does not end. When solitude returns, it feels different now. It no longer arrives as emptiness, but as a friend bringing gifts of rest and reflection. You welcome it, knowing it will lead you deeper into peace. Silence becomes a warm room, not a void. You sit within it and feel loved by the stillness itself. Let the past be your teacher, not your cage. Let the future be your canvas, not your worry. Love belongs only to the present, for it is always now. In this moment, love breathes through you, listens through you, and lives through you. To feel that truth is to live heaven on earth. If you ever doubt again, and you will, for doubt is human, return to your breath. It is love's reminder. Each inhale says receive. Each exhale says release. This is the eternal rhythm of love, taking in, giving out, balancing without effort. You have never fallen out of it. You have only closed your eyes. Close them now, but with awareness. Feel the breath move through you. Feel your heart answering with its steady rhythm. That pulse is the universe saying, I am here. You do not have to do anything to earn it. You are loved simply because you exist. Whisper softly, I am loved, I am safe, I am whole. Let the words move beyond your lips into your cells, your bones, your memories. Let them become the truth your body recognizes even when the mind forgets. Love is not learned, it is remembered over and over until it becomes the only song you know. One day, you will look back on your journey and smile. The nights you cried, the mornings you doubted, they were all prayers in disguise. Each ache was love knocking from the inside, asking to be let out. You will thank those moments, for they brought you home. The peace you feel now is not fragile. It cannot be taken, only hidden. When life feels stormy, close your eyes and whisper, I remember. That word alone is enough to bring the sun back. Remembering is the true practice of love returning, again and again, to what never left. And so I bless you. May you live as one who knows they are never alone. May every step you take be cushioned by the quiet assurance of love's presence. May every breath remind you of your belonging. You are the beloved of life itself, cherished, guided, eternal. When you wake tomorrow, begin as love begins with gentleness. Touch the day softly, as though it were your own child. Speak kindly to yourself. Move with grace. Let every act say, I know I am loved. The more you live that knowing, the more the world will echo it back. You are not a seeker anymore, you are a rememberer. You carry the truth within. Love was never lost. It was only waiting to be recognized through your eyes, your words, your life. And now that you see it, you will never again mistake loneliness for lack. Let us end together with these words as a prayer and a promise. I am loved, I am safe, I am whole. Life loves me, and I love life. Wherever I am, love is. Feel these words settle deep into your being. wrapping you in warmth. This is not an ending, it is a homecoming. You are loved now and always.